Anybody from like Virginia, North Carolina? Yes. North Carolina? Fine. It still applies. So I'm working on a film right now about the Lost Colony. Has anybody ever heard of the Lost Colony? So in North Carolina and probably Virginia, it's embedded in like your history classes, and you've learned it since you were a kid. I'm making a documentary following some local, like this ragtag team of archaeologists that are from there that are in the process of finding the Lost Colony. They're finding English artifacts from that period among Native American artifacts, and we're making a documentary about it right now called Finding Croatoan, and we were doing a crowdfunding campaign. We've done 2 for this project at this point, and this was a video that I did for the most recent one. Hey guys, Rain Bennett from Finding Croatoan here. David and I just got back from an awesome weekend of shooting in the Outer Banks, but Saturday we woke up and it was just like a torrential downpour. It was just a monsoon. It was nuts. And so we were like, all right, well today's going to be a wash. Get it? We're not going to get anything accomplished, so that's a bummer. You know, that's what we came down here to do. We only had 3 days, but about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun came out, the skies opened up, and we were like, let's go to Hatteras and get that drone shot. Like we got to at least get something done today. So we pack up the drone, drive an hour and a half or more. We were staying in Kitty Hawk, get to Hatteras, pull over, get the drone out, launch it, gets about 15, 20 feet in the air, and then comes crashing down onto the concrete. Here is the camera, and broken many, many pieces. And so we're just like, okay, well now today's really a bummer. Yeah, so sometimes this happens. We didn't hit anything. It was in a clear area. I think just one of the rotors malfunctioned and it just came crashing down. These are the perils of filmmaking, technology. Like sometimes stuff happens. And it did happen this week. And you know, we're less than $400 from our goal in this campaign. And here we are now going to have to replace this. So it's literally sometimes 1 step forward and 2 steps back. So now, more than ever, we need your help. If you haven't donated yet, click the link below at our Seed and Spark page, and please give anything that you can. It literally will go to the drone first, and then we can get back to trying to raise some money to finish the film. We couldn't do this without you guys. We're so excited to tell this story. Thank you so much. We definitely need your help now, but either way, we will prevail. Thanks so much, guys. So what happened after that was, within 3 hours, we got close to $1,000. Like, money just came rolling in from $100 donations, $25 donations. Probably everybody that had thought about it and said, hey, yeah, I'd like to donate to that, they all came rushing in at that point, and probably a lot of people who hadn't thought about it. So I want to ask, what are some of the things that stood out to you about that video? Say more about that.
Just that you had some struggles that day, you were going to try to salvage that, another effort, and then fail again, and people, I think, thought maybe they could jump in and help.
Right. A conflict, right? A problem, a struggle that we're overcoming, just like what we talked about yesterday. What else? Say it again. A visual aid?
Yeah, you showed the drone.
Mm. That's cool. That's the first time somebody said that. In the back, were you going to say something?
What she said.
Same thing?
Yeah, show, don't tell.
Say it again?
Show, don't tell.
Hey, that's right. That's right. And it was proof, right? It wasn't just a story. Yes.
Specific where the money was going to go.
Transparency. Being authentic.
Saying you can't do it without the viewer, therefore they feel like they haven't done anything about it, but they are helping.
Make them a part of it. Building relationships. This sounds so familiar.
See in your eyes the frustration is real.
Right. Yeah. Authenticity, right? Being real. All that was real. None of that was fabricated. Proved it with a drone. Spoke from the heart. That was all real. Anything else?
You talked about a timeline, and you had like 3 days there, and the weather was another issue. So I think just spelling that all out, their whole plan really got them to act.
So like building that narrative, basically. Also to the timeline point, which is where I thought you were going with this, we had a timeline too. We're trying to finish the campaign. Now we've taken 2 steps back. That creates urgency, and that creates tension and drama, and that's what locks people in. Anything else? Yes?
Just like your confident
You think that people might have gotten behind that kind of like betting on a winning horse, right? That we're going to overcome regardless? Absolutely, absolutely. That's something that people have said before when I've shown this in workshops. What about the production value? That part. How much do you think it costs for me to make that video? Nothing. I don't remember exactly what I shot it on, but there was no, like, it wasn't anything fancy. It was probably my phone. It was about the story. That's what we're going to talk about today. When we talked yesterday about inaction, and we talked yesterday about people like, what's the best camera to get, right? If you don't know what you're doing with it and you don't know how to tell a great story, that doesn't matter. So I spent nothing on that, and the gain was like $1,000 and being successful in the campaign, so now we get all the rest of the money that we earn, right? You have to earn a certain amount depending on the crowdfunding platform. So that's the point that I want to get across more than anything today is use the tools that you have to perfect that skill of storytelling so that you resonate with people, you make them feel like they're part of the team, you give them a reason to believe in you, a reason to feel motivated to act.